What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode with your boy Phrankleen. Thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the like button or hit the subscribe button if you like what I'm about. Okay, right. This is one of the episodes which is basically the story time where you send me your stories and then I basically read through them and convert it to a video like this, and then people can join, the conversation. And the premise behind all of that is so we can hopefully learn and share our thoughts and stuff like that. Okay, but before I crack on, these episode is sponsored by Sendwave. Sendwave is basically an app you can download within the two shakes of a duck's tail on your mobile devices. With Sendwave, you can send money from Ireland, Italy, Spain, United Kingdom, United States of America, to Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, and Ghana. Okay, download Sendwave app and use my name, which is a promo code Phrankleen. That's spelled on the screen, and you'd get £5, $5, and or €5 added to your very first Sendwave transaction. Okay, so there you go, and you can share that promo code with your friends and families. Now, this one here is basically an email from this gentleman. So I'm going to read through it quickly and then I'll tell you what I think. He says, "Hi Franklin, please, I need your thoughts and advice on an issue bothering me so much. I work in healthcare and I've noticed some pattern of things in my places of work for the last 3.5 years. I've worked at three different healthcare services within this period across the UK. There is this pattern of mistreatment, bullying, undermining from my superiors, white folks and colleagues. As easygoing and peaceful, loving individual, I tried so hard to know what my offenses, wrongdoings were, so I can apologize and possibly apologize, but no one approached to tell of my offense or any misdemeanor. Right, there was absolutely no problem. There was absolutely no problem with my performance, as I have not received any complaint to that effect. There were times I heard staff making some innuendo suggestive of covert danger or potential threat to my life. Many times I went home crying with sleepless nights. I honestly felt I may have been flagged and being stalked somehow, as the pattern remains the same across the three places I have worked. Wow. One recent thing that shocked me was when I went to see my GP for my general physical examination and blood test. For the benefit of the tape, GP is a general practitioner, basically your local doctor, right? For general physical examination and blood test, my GP called my attention to my medical record that there was entry of psychiatry referral in my medical record. When last I called the surgery and he asked why, I told him I never made such, and that I only spoke to the reception on phone, that I wanted face-to-face meeting with my GP for personal reasons. He was surprised and told me he would make sure that this is removed from my medical record, as this may have negative impact on my professional life in the near future. My GP is a Nigerian. This was scary for me, as I have never had mental health issue, and wonder how on earth this was put on my medical record. The question, if there is a covert flagging of an individual, how do you uncover this and make someone responsible? If my fear of flagging is confirmed, I am concerned if this will also not be done at some of national examination or Royal College's body that I will sit in the near future. And more importantly, how to safeguard myself, because I'm really scared for my life. Please, what are your thoughts? Kind regards." I'm not going to say the person's name. Now, you get the gist, right? So basically, this person has worked, across the last 3.5 years, worked in 3 different, health organizations here in the UK, and they've noticed, the pattern of, basically being harassed, being bullied, possibly, being subjected to, racial discrimination and stuff like that. Now, it's not unusual, okay? Unfortunately, these person that sent me this email is clearly a victim of bullying, harassment, and clearly there's a mob. There are certain persons in the, I call them the dark hands of the society in the background who are desperately working to obliterate not just his life, but to totally ruin and sabotage his career. So, and one of the ways they can actually do that is to run a mental health fraud against him, execute a mental health fraud. And it's worrying, when certain persons can go in the background and unlawfully, criminally access your medical records and embed, information that could potentially be life-shattering, in your medical records. My best, suggestion to this gentleman who has sent me this email is, the first thing to do is contact your local GP surgery, regardless of, thankfully you have a good doctor who is on your side, who has let you know, sort of alerted you and stuff. So I'll suggest you act ASAP. This is one of the, before I crack on, I normally say this in my videos, this is an evidence of like the microaggression, some of the discrimination, layers and layers of discrimination and racism and ill treatment that black folks have to unfortunately deal with in the West. Now, my advice to you is request electronic access to your medical record. Okay, how do you do that? Subject access request. As a data owner, you're the data owner, it's your medical record. So you can put that in writing. In fact, if you Google it, you can find very helpful template, okay? And you can customize that template to meet your own demands. Ask for electronic access. Now, what that does is the local GP surgery, right, where you do your medical checkups, they will then book an appointment with you, and you go in person. They should have a dedicated computer, provide access to your medical records, so you can then have a look. A copy of, it's important that you see a copy of those referrals, those that referral, what they've embedded on your medical records about, mental health issues. And because long and short is, there are unscrupulous persons in the background who are hell-bent on labeling you as being mentally unstable. And if you don't know, the danger of that is if they successfully run a mental health fraud against you, there goes your career. In fact, when it comes to being mentally sectioned, they revoke you, they obliterate your rights of, your human rights, everything is ruined. So you basically will be faced with discredit at every point you turn. So the moment somebody is mentally sectioned, whether lawfully or unlawfully, if they successfully achieve that, even if they've done something criminally against you unlawfully, and then you are protesting tomorrow and saying, "Oh, I'm not accepting of this," and you're basically trying to get justice, right? At every turn, at every point you go to, they will pull out those life-shattering, mental health records, history against you, and to run a discredit fraud against you. They will discredit you. So even if you stand before a tribunal or you stand in a court of law, everything you're saying, 99.999% of the time, they're going to gravitate towards them, discredit you as you're being, you're not okay up there, and they might even make further decisions against you to hold you down in a mental health institution for a very long time. And this is how the lives of so many innocent people get absolutely obliterated. It's very common here in England, mental health frauds. What happens is, in fact, based on my knowledge, All they need, this is how it works. You have dodgy police officers in the background. They can find the flimsiest of things to get you arrested. They can provoke you, they goad you, they get under your skin, they get you to react. The pettiest, the silliest of things is what they need to gain an entry into your life. So they might just say, a neighbor said, you said such and such. You'll be like, what? Me? I didn't. What? Wait, what? And then, whilst you're talking to the police officer, you see what they do is, they get under your skin. They will provoke you to get a reaction. So they might just suddenly grab onto you. And the normal behavioral pattern to that, the reactionary, if there's a word like that, the way you're going to react to that is let go. Don't touch me. Why are you touching me? Let go of my arm, right? Did you know that even if a police officer grabs you like this and you're like, let go, watch this, you're not pushing, you're not saying, oh, don't touch me, like you're punching the police officer, which of course, come on man, that's assault, right? The fact that you're pulling away like, don't touch me, don't grab onto me, stop holding me, they can unscrupulously being the objective word, use that within the courts and say, oh, you were in fact assaulting the police officer. I've seen this time and time again. Okay, this is how filthy the justice system and the whole system is. So they can use that, like, oh, I want to have a chat with you because a neighbor has said this, or a work colleague, some flimsy stuff that should just be a normal conversation, and they just discard it and everybody goes about their business. They use that to reel you in, and then they twist it, and then they build a false narrative against you, right? And they use that from there, they collude with whomsoever is working in the background, these dodgy health professionals, and they can get you arrested. The police, basically, because of the powers that they have that are excessive, which most of the time they abuse, they can use that, go behind you and run mental health frauds against you, collude with whomsoever is in the background, the dark hands, and use that to maliciously label you. And there are people that have been known to have been sectioned in this country without due process, with no evidences that they in fact had any health or mental health problems. This is to discredit and destroy your life. I'm talking blacks in our community. Okay, there is the issue of people maybe who are drug abusers, who have abused substances, and then the substances have basically turned them to lunatics and stuff. Those are different. At least you know that there's a history, there's evidence here. Yeah, so imagine this person that sent me this email doesn't have any mental health problems, doesn't have a history of anything, is fine at doing their job. So there is a pattern, and as you rightly said, because it's a national database, who knows, maybe certain persons are just jealous of your ambition, the fact that you're smart, the fact that you're on top of your game, you're well educated, you can deliver. They're jealous of the progress you're making, and they are hell-bent. The psychopaths are hell-bent to have you absolutely destroyed. Of course, they're not going to tell you, oh, it's me that you pissed off, because then you can connect the dots, right? They are hell-bent. So they basically gun behind your back to unscrupulously put something on your record. Imagine if your doctor was a corrupt person. Your doctor would have gleaned up that very toxic information and escalated it behind you. And even sometimes, it's so bad that they can get mental health officials to come to your home address, right, in company of the police, and they can come heavy-handed, barge in with a fake, I'm telling you, fake warrant. I'm telling you, I'm giving you inside knowledge here. Fake warrant. They can barge into your house, and before you could say Robinson Crusoe, before you could pronounce your name, they would get hold of you. Before your neighbors look at what's going on there, put you in the van, take you behind the back of the whole process, and bang you up, and then force drugs into your bloodstreams, and there goes your life. Be careful, my brother, okay? Request your medical records. Now, if your local GP surgery turned out to become shady and they're not playing ball, they're trying to cover up and stuff, that's an indication that they're in on it, okay? The fact that the doctor said, oh, do something about it, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes the moment you start to ask them for official records, the mask might come off. Trust me. So make sure you request, you see what your doctor said to you, put it in writing so there's an official record. Post it, email it to them if you've got the email address for them. Post it to them, how do you call it now? Recorded sign for, Or you can go over the counter and say, I'd like to make a subject access request on my medical records. You have the details, and then you say to the person at the reception, they normally have a stamp, okay? Have a copy for yourself of the same letter, give them a copy and say, can you stamp my copy? You see, that document becomes very powerful. It has an official seal, the date you attended, and according to the law, they have about 30 days to provide access. If they give you electronic access, then you can get the things printed. You can specifically, or you should specifically request for that particular letter, referral letter. Who is behind it? Who made the referral? Because people can't just make referral. There's got to be a history. There's got to be a knowledge and awareness. There's got to be something, a history with the person you're referring. And then if there is nothing wrong with you as you claim, they just can't even accessing your medical records unlawfully to do that. It's a criminal action. Okay, if that were to, everything you said were to be true, which I'd like to believe is true. So, and above all, be swift. Try to get legal advice. Okay, get out there, get legal advice. Find reliable lawyers. Very hard to find. Very hard to find reliable lawyers, believe me. But if you're lucky, you get one. Move quickly. Get access to your medical records so you can see. So the moment you're able to trap them, okay, the persons that embedded that, actions need to be taken against them. All right. If they don't provide it, you need to notify, the department above your local GP, surgery. I don't want to name any organizations. Okay. All of these things you've said them allegedly. Okay. So take legal action if you have to. It's your life, it's your safety, it's your mental well-being, it's your overall well-being. This is some of the things we face as black folks, man. Trust me, it's a discredit fraud intended to destroy your life. Okay, be smart. Don't throw religiosity at it. Don't throw sentiments. Move quickly, protect yourself. Any other health professionals you're having conversations with in terms of looking at your records, tape them. Tape the conversations discreetly with your smartphones. Keep those audio records, names of doctors, names of nurses, names of professionals. Protect yourself so that when it comes to, oh no, I never said that, I didn't speak to you, oh, I don't have the knowledge of meeting this man ever in my life, you can pull out those records when necessary. That's me done. What do you think? Let's keep the conversation going on below and be safe, okay? Be careful at your workplaces, your workplace. Protect yourself, man. All right. I wish you all the best. Keep the conversation going on below. Don't forget to download Send Wave. It's your boy Phrankleen. What do you think? What would you do differently? Let's keep the conversation going on below. Peace and love, man. And hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share my videos and stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one. Lastly, you can support my channel. Okay, I'm asking you now. If you feel like it, you can support my channel via Patreon. Look in the link below. There is a link to my Patreon account, okay, for as little as $5 a month and for as much as $10 a month, okay? It goes a long way, okay? I need more supporters, actually. Every little helps, bringing you more content and improving the content on this platform. Look in my Patreon below. And if you want to do a one-off donation, there is a link to my PayPal. Thank you for watching. It's your boy Phrankleen. Peace and love. Bye-bye now.